India's reactions are exactly what one would have expected. The tit for tat responses, the expulsion of diplomats, the travel advisory warning. And keep in mind as well, the Indian government it likes to be projected as very strong, confident, nationalistic. So there was no way that India was just going to sit on its hands after these explosive allegations were made. That's where third party mediation can be useful from the US or perhaps from the UK or another close friend of both countries. That's the key. I mean, it's too early to look for off ramps, but I think it's not too early to think about how to ensure that each side does not ascend a few more rungs on the escalatory ladder. These countries, all of which have alliances with Canada that go beyond the intelligence alliance, this Five Eyes alliance as well, they need to find some way to signal their support to Canada during this very difficult moment. But indeed, those same countries, especially the US and the UK, they have very important relationships with India as well. And certainly the US, which has this strategic partnership with India because of indeed the strong view that India can play that role of counterweight to China.
Yeah, we have always suffered, and some of the terrorists have found safe haven in Canada. Canadian Prime Minister has this way of just coming out with some outrageous allegations without any supporting proof. The same thing they did for Sri Lanka, a terrible, total lie about saying that Sri Lanka had a genocide. Everybody knows there was no genocide in our country. And I saw yesterday he had gone and given a rousing welcome to somebody who have associated with the Nazis in the past on the Second World War. So this is questionable, and we have dealt it in the past. We have categorically rejected those outrageous allegations. So I'm not surprised that sometime Prime Minister Trudeau comes out with outrageous, unsubstantiated allegations.
What I will say is we are deeply concerned by the allegations referenced by Prime Minister Trudeau. We remain in close contact with our Canadian partners, as the Secretary said on Friday. We believe it's critical that Canada's investigation proceed and that the perpetrators be brought to justice. And we have publicly and privately urged the Indian government to cooperate in the Canadian investigation.
I think India's response has been unequivocal and also firm and direct, and I think as far as we are concerned, I mean, we support India on that. Having said that, also, I mean, in my lifetime, now I'm 60 years old, 40 years of my life we have spent facing various forms of terrorism in Sri Lanka. I have lost many friends, colleagues to terrorism. We have all lost many Sri Lankans have died to terrorism. So therefore, I mean, our position on these matters, I think, is very clear, because we have endured and we have suffered. And as a country that has gone through that, tolerance for terrorism is zero tolerance.
Look, we care about both countries and we care about their relationship. Our relationship is rock solid with both of them. And I think that all of us need to make sure that we can come together as countries that take seriously sovereignty, take seriously security, and take seriously the potential of our relationship. But as you see here demonstrated, U.S. and India are definitely stronger together.